Picture this, it's January 1st, or maybe it's a random payday, or maybe it's the moment you check your bank account and feel that familiar knot in your stomach, and you decide, okay, this time I'm serious. This time I'm going to save more, spend less, pay off the debt, actually get my finances together. The motivation is real. You maybe even write the goal down, and for a week or two, things go pretty well. Then life happens, and unexpected expense shows up. The stressful week hits. You miss one day, then another, and before long, the goal quietly disappears. And the first part, you blame yourself. You tell yourself you're not disciplined enough, not motivated enough, not built for this kind of consistency. But here's what most people don't realize. The problem almost never comes down to discipline. The problem is how the goal was built in the first place. Because a vague goal and a well-designed goal are not the same thing, and treating them like they are is exactly why most financial goals fail before February. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step system for setting financial goals that you'll actually follow through on. Not because you'll suddenly become more disciplined, but because the goal itself will be designed to work with how your brain actually functions. My name is Ram. If you have ever set a financial goal and struggle to stick with it, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get into it. Let's start with the real reason vague goals fail. And I want to show you this with a quick example. Imagine two people both decide they want to save more money this year. Person A sets this goal: I want to save more money in 2025. Person B sets this goal: I will transfer $400 into my savings account every single month by automating it on the first, so that I have $4,800 saved by December 31st for a house down payment. Same intention, completely different goal. And here's why that matters. Your brain doesn't respond well to vague instructions. When the goal is save more, your brain has no idea what success looks like, no idea when to start, no idea how to measure progress, so it's default to inaction. But when the goal is specific, measurable, and attached to a deadline and a reason, your brain has something it can actually work with. This is backed by decades of psychology research. Specific goals consistently outperform vague ones, not because specific people are more disciplined, but because specific goals remove the mental friction that causes people to stale. And removing friction is the entire game. But here's something even deeper that most people completely overlook. There are actually two types of goals: outcome goals and process goals. And confusing the two is one of the most common reasons people quit. An outcome goal is the destination: save $10,000, pay off $6,000 in debt, build a $500 monthly investment habit. A process goal is the daily or weekly action that gets you there: transfer $400 every first of the month, pack lunch 3 days a week, review spending every Sunday evening. Most people only set outcome goals. They focus entirely on the destination and completely ignore the road. And then they wonder why they never arrive. The secret is that you need both. The outcome goal gives you direction. The process goal gives you something to actually do today. When you combine them, the path from where you are to where you want to be becomes something your brain can follow one step at a time. So let's build that full system step by step. Step 1. Make the goal specific and measurable. This sounds obvious, but most people skip it entirely. Saying you want to pay off debt is not a goal, it's a wish. A goal sounds like this: I will pay off $6,000 in credit card debt by October 31st. That version has a number. It has a deadline. Your brain knows exactly what it's working toward. So take whatever financial goal you have right now and ask yourself two questions. What is the exact number and what is the exact date? If you can't answer both of those, you don't have a goal yet. You have an intention. and intentions don't have a great track record. And here's a simple test you can run right now. Write down your current financial goal. Then ask yourself, would two different people reading this goal agree on exactly what success looks like? If the answer is no, the goal is still too vague. Keep tightening it until the answer is yes. Step 2. Attach a reason that actually matters to you. Here's something most people don't realize about motivation. It doesn't come from the goal itself, it comes from what the goal represents. Saving $10,000 is just a number, but saving $10,000 so you can quit a job you hate or take your family on a trip you've been putting off for 3 years, or finally stop feeling financially anxious every time an unexpected bill arrives, that's a reason that can pull you through hard weeks. Psychologists call this intrinsic motivation. It's the difference between doing something because you feel like you should versus doing something because it genuinely connects to what you care about. Goals driven by external pressure tend to fade fast. Goals driven by something personal, meaningful, tend to last much longer. When you hit a difficult moment, which you will, the specific number won't keep you going. The reason behind it will. Write the reason down next to the goal. Make it emotional, make it personal, because generic goals get abandoned. Goals that mean something tend to survive. Step 3. Break it into monthly and weekly targets. One of the biggest mistakes people make with financial goals is only looking at the big number. $10,000 feel overwhelming. $192 per week feels manageable. Same goal, completely different psychology. Once you have your goal and deadline, do the simple math. Divide the total by the number of months you have. Then divide that by 4 for a weekly number. Now you have a target that fits inside a normal week, instead of a goal that feels like it's always somewhere far in the future. And here's why this matters beyond just the math. When your brain can see a small achievable target for this week, it releases a small amount of dopamine. Every time you hit it, that feeling of progress is not just emotional, it's neurological. It's your brain rewarding forward movement. And those small, consistent rewards are what build the habit loop that keeps you going long. After the initial excitement has worn off, small, consistent wins build momentum, and momentum is what keeps people going when motivation fades. Step 4. Automate the progress. So, discipline isn't the variable. And this is where most people's system completely breaks down. Because they rely on themselves to manually move money, manually track spending, manually make the right decision every single week, and that works fine for about 2 weeks. Then one busy Thursday arrives and suddenly you forgot and the whole thing falls apart. The solution is to remove yourself from the equation as much as possible. Set up an automatic transfer to your savings or investment account the day after your paycheck lands. Before you can see it, before you can spend it, the money is already moved. What you don't see, you don't miss. And this matters because research consistently shows that willpower is a limited resource. Every decision you make throughout the day slowly drains your mental energy. By the time evening comes, your ability to make disciplined financial choices is significantly weaker than it was in the morning. Automation bypasses that entirely. You're not relying on evening you to make good decisions. Morning you already made the decision once, set it up, and now it just runs. One-time setups are something almost anyone can do. Step 5. Build a monthly review into the system. Here's the thing about financial goals. Life genuinely does get in the way sometimes. Unexpected expenses happen, income changes, priority shifts, and a lot of people treat any deviation from the plan as total failure. They miss 1 month, feel like they have ruined everything, and quietly give up. But the people who actually reach their goals don't have perfect streaks. They have a review habit. Once a month, take 15 minutes to check in. Are you on track? If yes, great. Keep going. If not, what happened and what needs to adjust? Maybe the monthly target was too aggressive. Maybe one category of spending quietly crept up. Your review catches small drift before it becomes a full derailment. And here's what to actually look at during that review. First, did you hit your monthly savings or payment target? Second, did any unexpected expenses throw off the plan? Third, do you need to adjust the monthly number going forward? Fourth, is the reason you wrote down in step 2 still motivating you? Or does it need to be updated? Those 4 questions take about 15 minutes, but they can save months of wasted effort from drifting in the wrong direction without realizing it. Think of it this way. Setting a financial goal without a review system is like typing a destination into your GPS and then never looking at the screen again. You started going the right direction, but somewhere along the way you took a wrong turn and you didn't catch it until you were miles off course. The review is the GPS check. It keeps you recalibrating instead of getting completely lost. Now you might be thinking, okay Ram, but what if something big happens? A job loss, a medical bill, a major life change. And look, that's a fair concern, because rigid goals that can't flex tend to break completely under real pressure. This is why the review system matters so much. When something big hits, the answer isn't to abandon the goal, it's to open the plan and adjust the timeline or the monthly number. The destination stays the same, the route just changes slightly. And I want to address something that doesn't get talked about enough: the identity shift that has to happen underneath all of this. Because here's what most people don't realize: long-term financial consistency isn't just about having a better plan, it's about slowly starting to see yourself as someone who manages money well. Every time you hit a weekly target, you're not just making financial progress, you're building evidence that you are the kind of a person who follows through. And that identity shift from someone who tries to manage money to someone who actually does is one of the most powerful things that can happen in your financial life. Because once you genuinely believe you're capable of following through, the behavior becomes much easier to maintain. That mental shift from all or nothing to adjust and continue is what separates people who eventually reach their goals from people who restart the same goal every single January. So let's pull it all together. Step 1. Make the goal specific and measurable with an exact number and deadline. Step 2. Attach a personal reason that connects emotionally to what the goal actually means for your life. Step 3. Break it into monthly and weekly targets so it fits inside a normal week. Step 4. Automate the progress so the system runs without relying on daily discipline. Step 5. Build in a monthly review to catch drift early and adjust when life gets unpredictable. Because here's the truth that most people eventually figure out the hard way: a goal without a system is just a wish with a deadline. The people who build real financial momentum are more disciplined than you. They just build better systems, and systems, unlike motivation, show up even on the hard days. If this video helped you think about your financial goals differently, make sure to hit subscribe. And I want to know something. Do you have a financial goal right now? Or are you still trying to figure out what it should be? Let me know in the comments.